Today, the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety presented a semi-annual report on the current state of freedom of expression in Azerbaijan. The event was held in IRFS Media Center. The report was prepared with support from IMS and NED and covered the first half of 2012 from January the 1st until July the 1st. IRFS Chairman Emin Huseynov noted that the report was prepared based on concrete appeals and monitoring of trials. It reflects impunity for murders of journalists, persecution and arrest of journalists, judicial pressure on critical voices, restrictions on online freedom of expression, and state control of media. The report involves certain recommendations for the Azerbaijani government, international organizations, and journalists. We are calling for the prosecution and punishment of those who murdered journalists Elmar Huseynov and Rafig, Tagi, announced Huseynov. The report contains recommendations on finding and punishing those who blackmailed journalist Khadija Ismailova, as well as abolishing the recently adopted restrictive amendments to the legislation, specifically to the law on access to information. We are requesting that the international organizations pay more attention to the problems related to freedom of expression in Azerbaijan and ensure that Azerbaijan fulfills its obligations undertaken before international community, said the IRFS chairman. The authors of the report advised their journalist colleagues to follow professional and ethical codes and to be more attentive in terms of personal security. Journalists should not remain silent in terms of their problems, said Huseynov. Main source of problems is intolerance towards criticisms, which is characteristic of not citizens but the government. 8 imprisoned journalists were included in the report. 2 correspondents of rural newspaper Biannual and Azerbaijani, 2 correspondents of Hayal TV Zarguliev and Vigar Gonagov, Iranian Seher TV correspondent Anar Bayramlı, IslamAzari.com website chief editor Ramin Bayramov, and Azathaber.az website chief editor Nijat Aliyev. The last 2 journalists were arrested on drug charges. The list of the imprisoned journalists and media representatives also include the name of Talish Sadon newspaper chief editor Hilal Mammadov, who is charged of drug possession and treason. According to Huseynov, an interim report will soon be prepared for the third quarter of 2012.